Well, sir, if anybody's going to be arrested, it should be this guy right here.
I was driving through a small town when I saw a local library that looked like it had been forgotten by time. The reading garden in the back was so overgrown that the wooden benches were disappearing into the weeds and the paths were completely blocked by thorny brush. I saw a young librarian outside with a pair of rusty garden shears, looking totally defeated as she tried to clear a space for the weekend children's story hour. I pulled over and walked up to the fence. She told me the city had cut the maintenance budget for the library and she was trying to fix it herself so the local kids would have a safe place to sit. I looked at the jungle and said, "Ma'am, those shears aren't going to cut it. I've got my heavy-duty brush cutters and a commercial zero turn in the trailer. I'm going to reclaim this entire garden for you right now for free. Let's get these kids back outside." She looked like a weight had been lifted off her shoulders. I started the brush cutter, and it was a total transformation. I was uncovering beautiful stone paths that hadn't been seen in years. About halfway through, a man in a suit from the city planning office pulled up in a shiny car. He didn't come to help. He started shouting that I was altering city property without a certified contract and that he was going to hold the library liable for damages. I didn't even turn his way. I just kept the mower moving and the lines perfect. He was so determined to shut the project down that he actually called the authorities. A few minutes later, the cops showed up and pulled right up to the garden gate. The official ran over to the patrol car, claiming I was vandalizing a public space. The officer got out, looked at the beautiful cleared paths and the benches I had just uncovered, then looked at the librarian who was finally smiling. He turned to the city official and said, "It's funny how you didn't care about this property when it was a hazard, but now that someone's actually working, you have a problem. How about you head back to your office and let this man finish the job the city failed to do?" The official realized he didn't have an audience anymore, got in his car, and left without saying another word. I spent the rest of the day trimming the hedges and blowing the debris off the stone until the reading garden looked like something out of a fairy tale. As I was packing up, the librarian told me that because of this work, the kids were going to have their best story hour yet. Some people see a budget cut, but we see a chance to step up. If you believe in supporting our libraries and our kids, drop a heart in the comments and subscribe. Tell me, which city are you watching from?